Sika almost say
Asempa FE
on the Yankita with the communication. Obi minim say Bank of Ghana obey you may check how many years when away?
5 years.
Bank of Ghana for Mama Solida.
No, I mean,
solid and illegal to
not being to
the colleagues. Because when you solid, Sika almost on the 2 years solid amounts and for communications budget. Because Bank of Ghana and tell me more adverts. Who's a TV and a newspaper be adverts. No more advertising the cry.
So much I saw more almost subsidiary gaps.
And
some of the things gaps that's
and no expenditure for 2022. More audits report. 32 million cedis. This is 320 billion. Then another change. Sikanku almost cars. Almost to fuel. And nobody maintenance just a car we battery assessor yensesano tie no edada yemfa monoshim car tie car cover and then petrol kakro toy last year 131 million cedis titisikano 1.3 trillion 1.3 trillion and me the to petrol obi Ghana pan yedi na wu sei no mu hwe ni nyina no o ma sanso anya kokoduro say omo ozenka company bia oboka otse adwumayefo aketuaso Bank of Ghana NDC work onyaso ye nyamfaso 4 years in a row under Jomama every year profits under the visionary leadership of Dr. Ishakunum Dr. Wampanom ne Jomama ye nyamfaso no Jomama say ye me o mine no ye mfa bi nkosi hospital and then you see the bank hospital e work cantonment Accra COVID-19 by and Honda ministers Negana for be that is what visionary leadership is about. That is why we because NDC MPP pa now we say it is either he's a disappointed MPP member and or a Ghana or a victim of a trouble. Joma Menyamfaso Bank of Ghana or the hospital chair Ghana. Where Mama Boka for the first time in the history of Ghana, Bank of Ghana Boka 60 billion cedis. Titisikano we cry the best 600 trillion eka oh my bono. And it is a Sikara Yakwaji free IMF for times 2. And a bank and also I broke or my bankrupt because of more equity and negative 55 billion negative. And just a bank no ufane Japadia na eto a car or the one ne canebru ne Japadia so negative 55 billion. Omo career no Omanya kukodua sanso ato omo directors ni pay mu and your allowances mu omo human ratio oma tum 86 billion for collapsing the bank and incurring unprecedented losses. Must also increasing the salary. Omo we ya omo so omo office no timu no enye omo fe office na dada enti ene ya omo boka 60 billion ene ya omo twa 77 billion ma baya ye hu de omo di aye ene ya omo good Bank of Ghana no ene ya awochira bank kro nya adwuma nye ye nim power your hospitals apem for that form dialysis in Fidie we are not even able to subsidize them, we are not even able to exempt them from taxes. And then you are going to vote your COVID levy, Bola levy, e-levy, betting levy. Yeah, Breno. Almost as well could see head office for fro. We see the share. Abdul-Moomin, you know, never go Twin Towers.
But they explain, say, project starting
Twin Towers. No more who's almost Twin Towers now. Omobeya underground car park. Na car park and then betting for car 7,000. Obi tiasemwe. Obi this country we are not angry enough. And kofobi bievu look. Dear maybe a man coup d'etat sisi Ghana no. Enu a quarter. That's the AC. No, me statement no. Me statement no. Me ko baby. Only say a champion. The man Otu Fred Akufu in that palace school in 1972, I believe. One of the reasons they say Bank of Ghana Chesika, Emma Fred Akufu abai. But Sika, na you can 1,700 in no way being divided by 100. You can 170. I don't know what to do. We don't want coup d'etat in Ghana. Ghana, the Kabimami Kebi Abba to stay. But if the democracy does not deliver the goods, it does not deliver and meet the needs of the people, people will lose confidence. And I want to Ghana echo. And that is why I was opposition sorry. And that is why I sorry. Because I had say Nasi Kedie no kosu say Obi Nipa bebre already they are giving up on this country. And we are telling them don't lose hope. Don't give up on Ghana. Yes, exercise here democratic right rather than the coup, no?
Not to lose hope in a vacuum. And the criticism against the opposition is say most of the things we've heard you say, criticizing the status quo, telling us what is wrong with the current administration, telling us the price of goods on the markets this year, what the opposition intends to do about them, and the concrete promise say and a mobile to na 1 cedi about 5 cedis monto abama ye ba ye ne beba 2 cedis and ye beba 1 cedi 50 pesos. We are not hearing those.
Obi obeka say on tbia no na bia on T news and I on T Ekosiisen because ya ka mama starting free topic ya case Bank of Ghana secretary bebrebe. We have the alternative. It's clear,
which is
we amended the law and reduced the limit from 10% to 5%. Ultimately, sika moro 5% of sika Ghana nyaye afia etwem.
Asempa FM.
And what improno 2016 Jomama Bugana akwan bebrebe ye interchange bebrebe ye na election year. Those were the days are not teacher trainees necessary trainees or more allowances. Na Jomama betimi aka Bank of Ghana mu ntwe sika ma na me fentu allowance. But Bank Jomama Bugana 2016 1 cedi or 1 peso from the central bank. Yam printe 1 cedi amano. Zero financing from the Bank of Ghana. That is our record. That is our alternative. Jomama onona voters say my allowance is yes I am to abama. Jomama say well Ghana first. The me no me ntu allowance no. Say na be ya mema loan e sika krona. Ji loan no to say the university fu nyina timi no. Because they say you upgrade mo. Now G loan na ubetimi dia hwe ho. Se na be ya nipa allowance nti e kwan da schools mu so yentimi mfa wo mo because of quota system no. Ye be you quota system na free ho so that they betimi afa mu nuanu bebre no mo so etimi aba school. A school for say yenti ase ye pa alawa. To mama so de beto abeti abia mu ntunti ame enchirimenti. Yet only said that dia na jo mama no betimi ama Bank of Ghana twesika 5% of the total revenue of the previous year wanye 1 cedi cry. Yet, even that 2016, Jomama Koji in the last Eurobond, 500 million cedis, Jomama de Koto Futu, my friend, sinking fund. What is sinking fund?
Sure.
Say, President Kufuor Bosia be 2007 Eurobond, 700 million euros. Now, and check, and maybe that's what was my gun to Yasa Bessiano. It is Mahama saying, me just sika to ho. Now, Mirana Suma, Kufuor Bessiano, Yenye Sika Tuya. Nipa drink now. Then somebody say NDC ni MPP and I draw my new alternative. And the about higher nepa waste sikadie basa. Draw my breso. One charter private jets to say the Kufuor yeneda. New alternative no. Sir, unnecessary luxurious travels. Kufuor ye like an Arabian king or a Russian oligarch. No. Draw my breso we see. Jomama Breso ministers are Kufuor on the first time of 125 NC or see he will run this country with just about 60 ministers. Jomama Breso or say this time around it will say Abayanko Yetua S Gracia or no wenyebi. But send a nyemesi kono politicians are not being fair to labor, the working class. And unti S Gracia will be trim. And your alternative Nibia and Amebwa. Jomama say
money ministers.
Yes. Jomama say, "Emabru here juma." Ade aba ko yebetumi aye ama ndi adwuma aba ne say, "Sa 8 hours na di adwuma wo Ghana na mwae. Ukọ adwuma nupa nwotwe, no apo anwumre nonum. Oba wo the 24-hour economy ba." They said ukọ abrochi an madu nyina ye adwuma no. Ye be ye adwuma 24 hours. Ye be fa nipa bebede na di agru economy no. Jomama no. And if you say you are not yen kan ye then it is either you are suffering from selective amnesia, and I won't say any problem. As we inch closer to 2024, I hear your alternatives, your campaign messages, they will no better. Jomama say, and this is a bob besia. Now you're spending on chop consumption. It's not buying, but injected 10 billion Ghana cedis, $10 billion into Nyuma under a program I find a big push. What do you want to hear?
Yeah, those were manifesto commitments.
Yes,
2020.
some of them he has even repeated. Some dialysis machines once a me. And they were setting the alternative clearly. And yes, all born with chicken. Was this amphibian hospitals and to the dialysis? Never way saying. I buy number one, you need taxes in your fees, you exempt. Import duty in your fees, so I'm born I have perform. So hospitals in Yana for fees no and costro. Number 3, Krania Shabo say you bet me create a center, a very chronic diseases, like kidney diseases, like cancer. President Mama Nancy Okaza dialysis in once. So we are not just criticizing. The criticism is very important because say Yankasentia de Kosona. Send it na Omubako Swayanesa. Okay, let me yes, also the alternatives.
Very well. Let me read some few messages.
Just 30 seconds. Obika say head office no start yacha omoboa. Head office project na start the award contract no mid 2020. The project started around February 2021. That was at the time when COVID ne gina so den dia ekumiye. Aye economy no kra no na ye nim say economy we kra no after 1 year kra no we will still have an economy. And the Bank of Ghana for one kasa after giving government 10 billion cedis through bonds. Omoka say COVID nature omo want to be mad by CKB.
Yes, so before you award contract, you have to secure land. The process of securing land takes time. And yet, they are started 2 months. What was I say? Now, what was I say? I need to for Susidai. What was I say? I was someone who said, Brabon, what word do baby? This is not the time. Now there's a project in the Kwamasate Dada. You see. At least, maybe I way you pay hospital beds. Maybe I will say you pay dialysis machines free. I'm on for me call dialysis free. It's a project and you delay 2-3 years. Now, project variation. It might be more expensive.
Clinic no go yes or musino. And you 5 years you make me see. In the hospital it me delay. But head office, me say, anopa, anadukro mu si dai no. Asi dai na manipa mienu afisuro wu, omo de si esentrofo. Nipa tiato. O onyame abufuhyew no. Aso mo ano mu so mu si babel abronsa yakọ heaven ni bi. Onyame abufuhyew, omo si dai no anadwo. Just Bank of Ghana for literacy.
As we sit, we cannot independently.
Go to Rage Hospital. Go to Rage Hospital today and ask them, say, and see what say. 2 people are laborers, innocent young people. Obama pressure sa munsin in tem na Philip Osebo so na Sammy Gyamfi mu say yesi dan ya asamba ba ti munsin in tem nti anadwo kra no munsin dan ena assign obronsam team mienu ba ko pra ba ko wu. Go and check on Rage Hospital. Go and check. So that project, they must drop that project. It is not a priority now. Governor Nekwaji to me, it is not a priority. Now, Obi, Sikaka Krana Kano, Infamia, boys, the girls, the Nebinye, Nanipa Bredodo. And we are not saying this because we are in opposition. Masa, I am telling you, NDC the work kunyaso. Na Central Bank plenty sika against the Bank of Ghana Act. I will talk the same way I am talking. I am telling you, mark today's date on the ground. I want to find a receipt guy, no. On recorded video in front of me, receipt, no. Say NDC beba kunyaso. Na amount for say more than 97 million cedis in the 2 kwa Bank of Ghana. In the middle of these hardships. And then we must learn to condemn evil.
Okay.
And yes, sir. Akronfo no be boy akrono sa na Syria call bia de obedi cry den anything Syria text be data call the text for anything no defend osu sika de bia yema
Sammy Dr. Richmond Kwame Frimpong say I don't know if you know him but say main correct on the demand push no say demand pool rather
sorry demand pool there's cost push inflation
and demand pool.
Yeah, that's correct.
Also the inflation at the moment is cost push and not demand pool, where the percentage of cost push is more than the demand pool side. Dr. Richmond Kwame Frimpong,
well,
thank you.
He may be the expert, but whichever way it is, whether it is cost
there is inflation
or demand pool, we are saying there is inflation. IURA hyper levels, like it happened last year, 54%. But thank you. I mean, I'm grateful to him.
Yeah. Into Doc, thank you so much. Ekosiisen, high Asempa 94.7 FM. Let me go through a few of the messages now. Yen Rapi Abnienshan Twasu Musa Batwa Ewo Asawase somewhere in Kumasi, and he says, Obi, I don't think there is contention on what Sammy Gyamfi is saying. John Mahama has used some of the money he borrowed to turn seawater into potable drinking water for the people of Nungwa. MPP should also tell us what the Akufo-Addo government is doing with their unprecedented monies they've borrowed. This is the debate Ghanaians want to hear. In Musa Abatwa or Asawase Yedase. This one says that, Obi, please, what's new about what Sammy is saying and what he has been saying since 2017? The NDC is being repetitive and they are making their communication style so irritating.
He knows nothing about communication.
Okay.
Because the law of repetition is a law of deep and lasting impression.
Deep and lasting.
Now, the same chrono na so say yan kasa for yenya chrono na yango kadien. That is the issue. That is the issue.
Godi Watema and Godi says, your platform is a big platform, so I was expecting Sammy to at least commiserate with the NDC fraternity on the demise of a great stalwart like E.T. Mensah before he talks about the demonstration. Oh, now we're so there. I say, Obi, I've always been reiterating that the NDC should not always think about demonstrations as the panacea to our problems. It's becoming much ado about nothing. They should strengthen their effort in echoing the solutions to the current economic challenges that we are facing and stop the demonstrations. Godi Owatema. Godi, it's a constitutional right or more exercise. Where's Obi? Ask Sammy, how many ordinary Ghanaians can afford just a common hospital card at the Bank of Ghana Hospital? Okay, that's your worry as well. It is Sammy who will be here no a day amount. Dagin Amsterdam, and Dagin says, hi Obi, don't you find it very disgusting to hear from the NDC always saying during John Mahama's administration things were better than today? They must tell us, when did the price of goods and the dollar rate to the cedi ever drop as compared to the previous years? The world is on its knees after the COVID pandemic and the ongoing Russian-Ukraine war. So the true fact is that if the NDC and John Mahama are in power today, things would have been sold thrice as high as today. They must stop itching our ears because their way of campaigning to be in power.
Read that message again. I'll say.
The American.
I'll say. Inflation under NDC mills when John Mahama was the chairman of the economic management team. Inflation, but that's single digits for 33 months. That's close to 3 years. In your challenges, be exogenous shocks. Emma inflation cost to say international oil market prices cost mama petrol cost need a account. But inflation cost 2016 could do by 18%. It's a year by 15.4% or 15.2%. So when we're leaving office, I almost get incompetent. I'm not sure what Ghana dodo, na Ghana for bre, na ya mobo dodo, yatisika so come the no. The rate of inflation was 15%. It is another 15% inflation, you know. I'm a Ghana for a mobile dodoa. And you're now inflation, I could do 54% and then I'm 43%. And you're there.
And we say, Obi, good afternoon. Please come to the Tema Port, GPHA refer terminal and see if it's full of dust. Yet the FDA is there not doing anything about it.
Obi, port won't put the serious. They say duty.
Tema Port.
They say what your car be duty, a car and caneno ube to your duty, maybe at 10,000, obi, so what you bet 35,000. It's a duty, they did me 80-90% the price of the car. Omu, it's serious. Maybe I meet you, I was saying, then because of Flagstaff House, Omu, we are castle. A Julobi house and Bao. Oze Oliver Baka Moka, a Julobi house, a man for someone to say. And now, my, you know, come Sante. any Philip Osebo so breaking news on Modia Banana. Say cars in pool, I buy cars. He said you can't even account for the cars. Cars ne ira. Na o mine Ghana cars are chief of staff ne reso. Ye what presidential staff is omo reso. Ye more allowance kuha, ye more musika kuha. Jessica, more ye Japan so no. Must take phone. But I say I will want to know the details. Or we may need a few placards on that for tomorrow. And that is why Philip was able to present tomorrow.
Start here for him.
Yes, start here free. Kwame Nkrumah Circle and answer transport. 6 a.m. sharp. In fact, the flyer says 8 a.m. but Branopa because of traffic. Brand 10. You free wa you be father braka.
Okay.
You go straight. You drew NDC headquarters anymore.
Okay.
You be branch here far left.
Okay.
You far left you go straight. Near Kwakofa Ridge Hospital anymore. Near Kwakosi Ridge Runabout. You do Ridge Runabout. Now you turn it right near the near National Theatre. Okay. You go straight. You do traffic light. Near far left. Near far National Theatre anymore. Yeah. For ministries anymore. Straight to High Court Complex.
Okay.
You do High Court Complex traffic light now. Now you far right on the Tamils High Street. To the Supreme Court. BoG. You go straight
to BoG.
You do Supreme Court it was Bank of Ghana. They are presenting a petition. And we are occupying
petition.
Ernest Addison, the governor of the if he has any dignity left, he will meet us, give the good people of this country the respect, give the minority leader and the members of parliament or more oversight over him the respect.
Now,
come and take the petition.
And I say
petition demanded his resignation.
Why don't you give it to the appointing authority?
Now, say the appointing authority cannot sack him. And appointing authority, omune mani tresikano, and omusulu tresikano mao. Big thief, better supervisor small thief. It's already and China A for Addison.
Okay.
After that, we'll be occupying the finance ministry.
The finance ministry.
Oh, what do you mean? Breaking, you be occupy. Mamena, on also say, my amount for register with Krumwa, one amount for Boka or Sunlight or district offices or Makwa, which we will occupy there.
How?
We will occupy there.
But the registration, it's been done. It will be done today. And they claim, say, at least target an issue. The target.
They had a target of 1.3 million.
They are okay with how much.
They had a target of 1.3 million. And you don't know what the target in about from to around 500, 800,000 a day. Masa Ubi, we need pa or my Boka, Afaka, Abba district offices of the EC. Be delight swam. You say if you didn't say, you say network in Yejuma, you say light off. Maybe into went me and register. They are in the hundreds and thousands in the region.
And also, easy the premises for the free Pluto and free mass. They are human beings like us. They are there serving us. So we want social justice. Bank of Ghana, Finance Ministry, Electoral Commission.
The fourth one, the main country.
Fourth one, Jubilee House.
Oh, no main country. Jubilee House. Jubilee House is there. What Democracy Hub has done is good.
It's what in the Jubilee House.
And not now. And cut the first 4 or 5 demonstrations. You know.
National Cathedral.
Oh, Jajan to was and you have crap. See, Cathedral, occupy 1 hour. No contract and was a son in Yamagan. And $58 million Navy. Or say Sikana.
Okay, fourth one here, Parliament, the Parliament of Ghana.
Parliament. Na Parliament take problems.
And the fourth one
3 arms. What about cool?
And no, but at the right time to the Supreme Court.
Oh, they are the right.
No, but you can't go.
Let's not jump.
No, but you know you cannot go.
Right now, no. We are suffering from high inflation. High inflation, has come about because of Sika, Bank of Ghana, with Chamana Broso. Bibri, Ediama Bina, Amobedini Nyafunyafu. Enti Brena ye Breno, Bank of Ghana for na Maya Bre. Enti Yenu will be can. That's the starting point.
Very well.
We are. Anybody will be can the other places. So.
Sammy, my say na we wish you well. In Yame Adma Ochina. We'll be there to cover the demonstration. Why? We'll be there to cover the demonstration. Oh yes, cover the in my.
Oh dear, Makola Oko school. Where be some man? The situation move. Easy. Obi tie me ne. Eduane kro bi ntoni yem. It is a serious matter. But and you mean on the platform on meeting the Abetana Ekosiisen Akasa. And you mean so through demonstrations like this, the masses get the opportunity to vent their frustrations.
The judiciary, especially Supreme Court complex, some will Occupy BoG.
The reasons will be put out.
No, but that's
Supreme Court and the Chief Justice hearing dates.
Mamina say, Sammy Gyamfi, and Mamina say, after this short break, the discussion said. Mamina Smith say, Mina ZPA say, Access Bank and a DBS in Chelsea, Papa Pafi, Simtex Tank, a strong, a tough, MJ Grand Hotel, Obapa Product, EcoBank Ghana, Angel Cola, Ghana AIDS Commission, Safari Tissues, Ostec Properties, Shelter Afrique Roof Zone, Seahorse Engine Oil, Franco Trading Enterprise, and Atabia Herbal. In Mekwene Brian, ma Ekosiisen Ebremo. Mestre Moni Diemu, Amumientie Wimra Yaba. Stay with us.